I wish to welcome all of you affectionately to this fourth part of the Living Name in-depth online course. Although I cannot see you with my physical eyes, I assume that many of you who have been with us now for 3 sessions are again there, and new friends, new devotees, new newcomers to this course have also joined us. So it gives me a real great pleasure. I guess we all feel very inspired whenever we can share something that is deeply important for our own spiritual life, deeply important for us as people. So with the Living Name course, I can do that, and I thank you so much for participating. I would like to just briefly explain the outline of our time together. We have broken it down to 3 sections. First, there will be the fundament, the understanding, the philosophy, very important. And then built on that will be our practices with, I hope, a breakthrough tip and advice. And the remainder of the class will be used up for question and answers. Now, I do know that many of us think of question and answers, well, then I sign off because it's maybe not my question. But you will see, if we go into a deep spiritual practice like the chanting, questions will come up which you may not have even not yet realized for yourself, but who really give you important tips how to go on. Good. I'm excited to start now. Let us first chant a verse together from Rupa Goswami's Namastaka. It's a beautiful verse. We will learn a new meter or melody of chanting it. It is the Shikarini meter. It means a beautiful hill. You will see it goes up and down in the melody. I request you to join me in Sanskrit. Yad-abhaso udyan kavalita-bhava-dhvanta-vibhavo. Yad-abhaso udyan kavalita-bhava-dhvanta-vibhavo. Drisam tattvandhanam api disati bhakti-pranayinim. Drisam tattvandhanam api disati bhakti-pranayinim. Janas tasyodattam jagati bhagavan-nama-tarane. Janas tasyodattam jagati bhagavan-nama-tarane. Kriti nirvaktum mahimanam prabhavati. Kriti nirvaktum mahimanam prabhavati. It's good if you always join the chanting in Sanskrit. It will uncover dust in the heart. It will make it ready for the practice. This verse is describing yet another glory or glorious feature of the holy name. It says it does not only take away sins and their reactions, but no, the holy name does much more. It instills fresh and brilliant bhakti in the heart when you chant it. Here's the translation. O Harinam, while you are arising, a mere semblance of you bestows deep insight into the principles of bhakti upon even those individuals who are blind to the absolute truth due to being under the grip of multifarious thick layers of the darkness of material existence. O brilliant Lord, no, O brilliant Son of the Lord's names, is there any learned individual in this world that is capable of completely describing your glories? This is a highly metaphorical language. The holy name here is compared with the rising sun. That means even though we don't see the whole name, the sun of the holy name completely, already it takes the blindness from our eyes. And the sun rises, and you can already see various things. So what you can see when the sun of the holy name rises is how your bhakti in the heart comes there. I think this is really something amazing. The just like the sun instills a light into the dark atmosphere and brights it all up, in the same way the holy name instills into our heart. Even though we are spiritually maybe not totally seeing, we are still a little blind, the holy name nevertheless instills bhakti. Everyone who comes to a kirtan or chants japa will feel that. I remember when I started my chanting, when I visited the island of my youth, I had by then gone to the mainland and become in Hamburg, it's called, northern part of Germany, and I became there exposed to Krishna consciousness. It's a long story, but finally I was ready to try the chanting out. I bought a good string, some wooden beads, stringed it up, and with my new item, my new weapon, I went by train to the island of my youth. I still remember when I crossed the bridge which connected the island to the mainland. I put my hand into my pocket, and yes, I felt them. These beads were there, and I was going to try them out at the beach, which was full of big boulders and stones. So I remember I chanted half a round, and then I thought it's working, and my chanting picked up. And after one round, it took me very long, I felt something which I had never felt before. I felt bhakti in my heart. I thought I must offer Krishna something. Offer? What is offering? What is... I just was not familiar with these concepts, but I nevertheless went to the forest. I knew at the edge of the forest there was always this old apple tree. I got an apple from the tree. There was an apple on it, a few apples, but I took one. Went down to the beach, to this boulder, this big rock, washed the apple in the sea, put it on the boulder, and started to pray with deep feelings of emotions. I'm very grateful for this gift of chanting the holy name. I would like to give this apple back to you. And so I did not know any mantras, but it was a genuine, heartfelt offering from the heart. Because yes, even a slight rising of the holy name makes bhakti appear in the heart. And that's amazing. That's wonderful. There is a shloka, a verse, which I think no one who wants to enter the secret of chanting can overlook. It is describing that there is no difference between the holy name of the Lord and the Lord himself. As such, the holy name is as perfect as the Lord himself in fullness, purity, and eternity. And that's why when Krishna comes with the holy name into our heart, he does something there. He transforms the heart, and then we do things like looking for an apple to offer him, and we do bhakti. In other words, the holy name carries exactly the same benefits, the blessings and the power as Krishna himself carries. The blessings, or let us start with the benefits, the blessings and the power that is received upon meeting the Lord are also received when we chant the holy name. When we meet Krishna, our spontaneous reaction will be, how can I serve you? That is the immediate response of the soul. So you might now say, Maharaj, wait a minute. I have not yet felt the benefits and the blessings and the power from chanting the holy name, as you have said will come when one meets Krishna. I have not felt the benefit of becoming totally free from my ego. I have not been blessed with Sacinandana vigraha. I have not yet felt totally revived by the power of the holy name, like a spark which is feeling the power of the fire when it enters the fire. These things are not within my experience. My dear listeners, my dear friends, and my dear skeptics also, please listen carefully. It is my firm conviction that all of you have had spiritual experiences while chanting, but they may not have become an ongoing experience due to something which has happened on the way. That is, we have developed some familiarity with the practice. See, when you repeatedly see a person again and again and again, your appreciation for the person will wane. You will not think the person is special. Or when you repeatedly do something, you will become so familiar with the practice that you are practically not there any longer. Like when you are an accustomed driver, you will go to your destination, which you have driven to many, many times, without noticing anything. You will not remember what you saw on the road. You will not remember the gear shifting or anything of that sort, because you have become familiar. The word familiarity comes from the Latin word, I've written it down, familiaris. What is familiaris? Familiaris is a household servant. People who have household servants lose their respect. They don't treasure them any longer. Let me give you an example of familiarity which some of you hopefully have not really experienced in its gruesome aspect. But marriage. Before marriage, everyone romanticizes that this person is the most special person in the universe, and therefore commits himself to a lifelong relationship. But after some time, this goes away, because one hears the person snoring and whatever, sees also the moods and the unedited talk. And then sometimes in marriages it happens that due to this transformation of consciousness from idealism to something, I don't want to say realism, to a familiar mood, you say things which should not be said. You act in ways which you would not act towards any other person. So when we chant Hare Krishna, again and again, the unfortunate fact is that we develop something like a familiarity which further develops into inattention. You are no longer attentive to the practice, just like when you're familiar with someone, you're not really attending to them properly any longer. And from this inattentiveness, your three things which you need for chanting shut down. Inattention in the body means you will become lazy. And in your chanting, maybe you will multitask, see at the same time your emails, or what is it now called, voice messages or text messages, scroll up and down, that little distraction machine. Laziness of the body is a thing of inattention. Let me say, when the mind is struck by this familiarity in the practice, it also becomes inattentive. That means it's distracted by so many plans or by ruminating in the past. It is said that there are 4 default activities of the material mind, activities where it always goes to. And these 4 default activities, things you do by habit, they rise up like an unwanted computer program to distract you further. It's the inner commentator. You have a comment on everything. Your mind is very active in it. It's the time traveler. The mind goes into the past, what happened in the past, or into the future for the plans. It's the analyst of others. It has to do with social cognition, that what you see in your field, he's doing this, his dress is like this, oh, look at his new haircut. And also the self-reviewer, which is often associated with self-criticism. The mind, when it becomes inattentive, runs into these material short-circuit default ways of thinking, which you could all describe under one big word: distractedness. And finally, and this is maybe worst, when this familiarity or inattention hits your heart, the heart becomes indifferent to Krishna. In the past, we have talked about how to overcome laziness in the body by sitting. We have talked about how to overcome distraction. But today I would like to enter deeper and say, how can we change this indifference of the heart, this shutting off, this urgency, this eagerness? If we don't learn this, we can chant for many, many years, decades even, and nothing will happen. Bhakti means the transformation of the heart. And if our heart is not transformed from inattention to Krishna, to eagerness for Krishna, then we miss the point. In the Bhagavad Gita, you find a shloka which we have prepared for you, where this indifference of the heart is addressed and in a way where it's described what someone who is there with the chanting does. It can be found in the ninth chapter of the Gita, text 14. And I request you to chant it with me immediately. I will make it a little easy. Satatam kirtayanto mam, Satatam kirtayanto mam, yatantascha dritavrataha, yatantascha dritavrataha, namasyantas chamam bhaktya, namasyantas chamam bhaktya, nitya yukta upasate, nitya yukta upasate. Yes, here you find someone who has a transformed heart, always chanting my glories. Yes, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, endeavoring with great determination. There's not indifference. There is endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Yes, this is the whole idea of chanting. Make the chanting heart deep, not lip deep, said Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. It is something which is really important. Yes, we could talk for years about interesting practices. Yes, we could talk for decades about where the glories of the holy name appear in the scriptures. But we will only start to experience the benefit, the blessings, and the power of the chanting when we don't fall into the trap of familiarity. Or in other words, when our heart is awakened to something like a determined and a loving, and here's the word, an eager, that's the word, an eager approach to the chanting. At that time, we will understand, wow, this is not a name, this is a person. Have we not all experienced this? When we had been quite familiar with someone, maybe we even became lenient in the relationship, and then we meet that person, we have a wonderful interaction, we understand, wow, I didn't know, he is so special. This person is so special. Yes, you can see now, because familiarity and indifference has been stopped. And now you will be able to really enter into deeper areas of the relationship which have remained hidden up till now. So, in the coming section, I intend to do a practice with you which I find so powerful in enlivening the tired heart. And once the heart is on fire, the mind is automatically controlled and the body sits properly and so on. Everything follows the heart. When the heart changes, the whole world changes for you. And we will address this now. Oh, you could see, talking about this, I became alive. Yes, this is a very, very, very deep subject. Let me now shift the gears. And I want to bring you into a practice now. If you have your beads ready, this would be good. If they are not at hand at this moment, then don't worry, you can also do this exercise without beads. I do think it is good if we do with beads, because then we create a new sanskara, which is very useful. See, in our tradition, there is a practice which is so beautiful because it can enliven the heart. I was once going with a friend of mine through Vrindavan. I like to roam or walk through the sacred land, and we were talking about our experiences in bhakti. I had not seen this friend for a long time. We had crossed the Jamuna. We were on the other side, going towards the village of the snake people. Yeah, it's in Bandiravan. People keep snakes at home, really long snakes, and but we were not interested in the snakes. We wanted to visit a temple there, and he said all of a sudden to me, "May I say something to you which is deeply personal for me?" I said, "Yes, I would feel honored to hear this." And he said, "I have discovered something which has turned my whole relationship to chanting around and brought it to a much higher level. I have discovered the idea of sambandha, or also Brahma sambandha." And then he explained it to me. It is a practice by which you awaken to the understanding that I'm really a part of Krishna. With this goes your false concept of I'm a German, I'm an American, I'm a French. This I, me, is the basis of material consciousness and the basis of Maya and illusion, goes away when a person starts to see himself not in relation to the body, not in relationship to his achievements or so on, but in relationship to Krishna. And then he introduced to me something which I had already known. It's the Buddha Shuddhi prayers. It's a prayer, a rather lengthy prayer, which takes us into a journey where we have different insights coming up. In order to come quickly to the practice, I want to say that I will introduce to you a mantra from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is my favorite mantra, which is the essence of this practice. Once you go into the content of this mantra, once you allow your mind to explore what it really says, and you chant in that new space, you will see amazing transformations. The most important is the one transformation which we are all looking forward, the transformation of the heart that turns indifference into eagerness. The mantra is, I would like to chant it with you. Yes, thank you. It's from the Madhya Lila, 22nd chapter, text 23. Krishna tomari yadi bale kabara, Krishna tomani yadi bale kabara, Maya banda hoite Krishna tare kare para, Maya banda hoite Krishna tare kare para. I suggest that you close your eyes. I will read the verse to you. And try to listen as if listening has become a journey where you will make various discoveries of things that lie on the wayside. My dear Lord Krishna, although I have forgotten you for so many long years in the material world, today I'm surrendering unto you. I'm your sincere and serious servant. Please engage me in your service. There are few elements here. First is one addresses Krishna. My dear Lord Krishna. Then one looks at his own situation. Although I have forgotten you for so many long years in the material world. And then one reforms, one turns around, one connects. Today, I'm surrendering unto you. The word for surrender is not what the English word confers. Sharanagati means I approach you, I move towards you to take shelter or refuge in you. It's a process, a gradual process. Then the transformed self is the next section of this prayer. I'm your sincere and serious servant. And the final element of this is an action which grows out of this new insight. Please engage me in your service. So I would like to offer you today a meditation, a short meditation, which will bring you into this space where these insights which we have heard are discussed. And from there I will request you to chant along with me. Therefore, I request you to take your bead bag already on close to you. If you don't have one and it's somewhere where you have to run and then miss part of this practice session, then remain where you are. You can chant without your beads. No? C sharp. My dear people, there are countless distractions in our lives. Distractions on the physical level, where we are active with various projects. Or maybe we have a body which is ill and uncomfortable. Maybe a physical situation which is inconvenient. There are distractions on the mind. Maybe we feel hurt. Maybe we feel restless or overly joyous, extremely romantic. Distractions from that one relationship. But the worstest or greatest distraction is the heart. If we have placed our heart somewhere where it is not in relationship with Krishna, our heart will be taken, eaten up, maybe. So in this exercise, we will bring body, mind, and especially the heart back. And once you understand the exercise, you will be able to do it very quickly. You can do it in a matter of a minute, this meditation. I would now like you to participate in this exercise. I know some of you want to take notes. The session will be on Facebook. You can see it again. You should have an experience first. Sit calm and peaceful. Sit tall. When you're ready, close your eyes. Arrive. Do a few deep breaths, conscious, mindful inhales, conscious, mindful exhales. In out. Feel the air entering into your body. And on an exhale, each exhale, relax, while at the same time remaining incredibly alert, aware. Imagine you are completely by yourself. Let everything that goes on in your life gently disappear. Bring your attention to what is going on at the present moment in your life. And let it slip away. Your relationships with people. For the moment, let them slip away. Your unanswered mails. For a moment, let them slip away. Important responsibilities. Gone. Plans for the future. Gone. You are absolutely by yourself. You feel completely safe. Maybe you are at your favorite place at the Yamuna now, or the Govardhan. Feel safe, spiritually connected. Become aware that in your truest being, in your essence, you are an eternal spiritual soul, an eternal servant of Radha and Krishna. So often you are unaware of this relationship. So often you are absent. But your fortune has turned. You finally met a great spiritual master, and learned about your real identity as a pure spirit soul, completely separate from the gross and the subtle body. You have been inspired to take up the path of eternal loving service to their lordships Radha and Krishna. Now, in your mind's eye, let Radha and Krishna appear before you. No one else. prayer comes to your mind. My dear Radha Krishna, although I have forgotten you for so many long years in the material world, today I am surrendering unto you. I'm approaching you for your shelter. I'm your sincere and serious servant. Please engage me in your service. This place, a place of eagerness, we will chant now together, one round in our own speed. We will chant the Panchatattva mantra in the beginning and then be on our own by ourselves, addressing from the heart, with the eagerness of the heart, Krishna through his holy name. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna. Please continue. Try your best. Try your best. Connect with the sound Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Try your best. Try your best. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Harinam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Harinam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Harinam, Krishna Krishna, Try your best. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Thank you very much for joining. For a very brief moment, I request you to sit and again listen to the verse. Step 1. Addressing Krishna, my dear Lord Krishna. Step 2. Although I have forgotten you for so many long years in the material world. Step 3. Today I'm approaching you for shelter. Step 4. I'm your sincere and serious servant. Step 5. Please engage me in your service. Before I come to the announcement, I wish to conclude this practice session. Today, I was not well. I had visited in the last few days Simhachalam, a farm in the Bavarian forest, to celebrate the appearance day of Nrsimhadev, and it was just so fulfilling, blissful and ecstatic that there was no time for sleep. And then when I came back to my little ashram here, I was tired, but I didn't have time to rest, and I knew I would have to guide you all today into a very deep experience, which I would call the secret of chanting, awakening the spiritual heart. So what I did is I went to a bench. We live here, there's a forest nearby, and I chanted. And I did these steps, which are delineated in this beautiful, simple shloka from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And I became so enlivened I was sitting on the bench, and today so many people came by and they all saw me and they greeted me, and they also felt their heart was transforming. It may not be possible for you to have that experience instantaneously, because after all, we're dealing with bhakti, dynamic science. No? The first rule here is, it's a difficult English word, reciprocity, something like this. What happens in reciprocation. No? The way you can enter into it and approach with your heart for shelter, for refuge. No? The way you get in the degree which you are able to use this, you get a response. And I don't know if it's possible for you immediately to do this with deep sincerity, but I want to guarantee you, I want to assure you and inspire and even encourage you. If you try this sincerely, you will definitely make an experience. This exercise you can also find in the Living Name book. It's a book which is a guide to chant with absorption. It's on page 78 to 79. There's something like an experience like this. Good. I would like to now shift in a totally different gear. We will do announcements now. This is the time where you can also go to the restroom if you require. But it's good. I need to first say from my heart, really, from my opened heart, I hope, greetings to our Madhya Prabhu. Madhava, I heard you on an online kirtan while we were in the Kshetra doing the, it was after the morning lecture or after the, I think it was after the Abhishek, one of the two. And I heard you singing there all by yourself in Switzerland, and really I must say, although this is maybe a little private, anyways, we are already in the family of the Living Name course people. It was really touching my heart. And you were there, and Hari Kirtan, I saw you online kirtans. Hrivoye is there, I want to greet him. Oh, Radha Jivan Prabhu, Hari Bol, I received your good email with a link. Brahmatirtha Prabhu is there, Hari Bol Brahmatirtha, and yes, Syam Nam and Christian, Hari Bol. These are just a few of the people I'm aware of. Actually, there's a long list here also, but please forgive me to go to the second announcement. Finally, my YouTube channel is launched. There you will find the video recordings from previous Living Name and Kirtan Experience online courses. Oh, YouTube channel. I'm getting modern here. You will see wisdom videos there, which we will upload. We will upload one video each week. The idea here is to create a new mind and then create a new life. No? And other videos they're meant to nourish your devotion. The link for the YouTube channel is posted in the comments section. We will also post it on my Facebook and Instagram page for your later view. Good. Now, important. Next Sunday, May 17th, part 5 will start at 3:30 p.m. Not at 3 p.m. We have shifted the time. Part 5 of the Living Name online course where we will even go deeper. It's unlimitedly deep. Will start 3:30 p.m. Central European time, so half an hour later. The reason is I'm invited to Raghunath Prabhu. He has an amazing broadcast called Wisdom of the Sages. Raghunath is there, you know, the yogi Raghunath and musician Raghunath and everything Raghunath, and Kostuba and myself. That is May 17th at 2 p.m. Central European time. This presentation will end about 3 p.m. or 3:15 p.m. and this is why we start with the Living Online course at 3:30 p.m. I'm inviting everyone, but at the same time, if you have other things to do, no problem, but please stay with the Living Name Online course part 5, same place, but at 3:30, half an hour later. Yeah. We will post announcements for both events on my Facebook and Instagram page within a day or two. Please watch for these announcements. I'm reading from a list here. Good. Another thing is Abhishek has again prepared notes of this session. They will be uploaded right after this session here on my Facebook page. Good. This for the announcements. If this was a lot, see you next Sunday at 3:30 for part 5 summary. Good. Now I have a lot of questions that come in, or not. It's not. We can do them all. The practice of Krishna consciousness is the question, awakens the bhakti which is already within our hearts, but dormant. Yet we understand that Bhakti Devi is also a personality. So is bhakti a part of us, an intrinsic part of our make-up, or a separate entity? Bhakti is a purely spiritual entity. It is not found in the heart of the conditioned soul so easily. There is in all of us an ability to reciprocate to this purely spiritual entity, and therefore it's already there in a dormant form, but it has to be awakened by bhakti which comes in from outside. You can see it a little bit like this. When you bring fire from outside, then what is there? Then the reciprocity, the ability to reciprocate, is awakened in the heart, but in the wood. In the same way, bhakti comes when we are in kirtan, when we hear the holy name. Bhakti, to speak strictly, is not one of the known psychological movements. It's different from just an emotion of gratitude. It's different from something which may hide in a gland and so on. It's something which is coming through devotee association and through devotional practices, and then it in a way arises in us. It is the dormant aspect is the ability to reciprocate, and that will then, bhakti will then arise. It's not, so to say, a part of your psychology. It's arising from deeply, deeply beyond your psychology, from deep, from the soul proper. Yes. My dear devotees, dear friends, please allow me to give this brief answer. I am aware of the huge discussion around this subject matter, but if there would be nothing of bhakti in us, nothing, no ability, then how would it come that so many people are with a little touch awakening bhakti? But the bhakti has to, this is what the verse said, it is given by the holy name to blind people. Therefore, holy name must be spread all over. Hare Krishna, my pranams. Thank you for your insightful seminar. Trying. One question comes. Where is the familiarity repeatedly born, and how to avoid it? Familiarity really starts when you are not conscious about what you're doing, when your awareness switches off, and when you turn on automatic pilot. At that time, this familiarity and inattentiveness to the speciality is turning away. So when you chant, it's good before you sit down that you are centering yourself to the speciality of the practice. And in one of the coming seminars, I will give you 5 verses that are chanted in the tradition that are meant to just do that. It is to destroy the familiarity, or which manifests in the inattentiveness, no? And these verses are chanted in the Gaudiya line and by our devotees to bring this awareness to us. This is special. This is your chance. This is amazing. So then you chant from a level of properness. Good. I have to be fast. So much is here. Hare Krishna, Maharaj, please. When I get some experience or realization in my practice, I usually think that it comes from Paramatma. You usually say that this comes from chanting the holy name. How can I shift my perspective or get my faith that these gifts come from the holy name? I don't think we should separate Krishna from Krishna, or Krishna's holy name from the Paramatma, or Krishna the person. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said, these 3 are the same. Krishna's Svarupa, his own form and nature, his deity, and his holy name. They are one Krishna appearing in so many different ways and to us. So as we chant, we come in contact with Krishna, and yes, and Krishna in the heart is also very merciful. He cleanses the dirt in the heart. So it's all the same Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Same. Not different, not fragmented. Dandavats, Hare Krishna. If you so desire, would you please consider recommending ways and practices for removing the following inertia? Buddha said, there are only 2 mistakes one can make along the road to truth. not going all the way and not starting. Wonderful, wonderful. 2 mistakes. Not going all the way and not starting. How do I embrace the long-term goal of establishing this relationship with Radha and Krishna and keep picking up pearls on the way for continual encouragement? Wonderful. You are a very wonderful question. I think you need to do both. You need to be aware of the goal while you chant, and then you need to make the proper steps to do. You need to start. There's one yoga teacher who teaches the most amazing asanas, most advanced asanas. He's no longer with us. It's the late Iyengar. I've seen photos where he stands on one hand for a long time in the air, and he said once, "Now I need to teach you the most difficult asana." The most difficult is these 2 meters that bring you to your yoga mat. That's the most difficult part of yoga, he says. It's not standing on one hand and with the feet up. No, it's to overcome this laziness or this indifference, you can say, or this being distracted with so many other things. It's in all yoga processes, including bhakti yoga, the same thing. So yes, go to your seat with your japa-mala, start there, and at the same time, don't forget the results of an advanced practice, that you will be able to address Krishna and be with Krishna just there. The 2 can be combined in one. So another, I have to just be mindful of the time now. How can we make a conscious effort to remember Krishna and chant the holy name throughout the day during all our daily activities, even after we have completed our recommended rounds of japa for the day? Thank you for this course. It is truly life-changing. Trying. Well, the best is you have some reminders that remind you throughout the day to chant. I have a telephone. I can even maybe show it to you. Krishna, my assistant, will just bring you the receiver of the telephone. Let's see if the line is long enough. I think it is long enough. And yes, we can. Yes, and whenever I pick up the telephone, which used to be there, I see this. Chant Harinam constantly while you do your other work. Everything else is stolen at the time of death. See? Can you see? It's sidewise, but that is what I stuck on my telephone. Maybe you can also do this on your mobile telephone, something, that reminds you, or just chant or so. And after some time, you will do it regularly. What you can also do is in your car or wherever you can have Krishna Kirtan going on, and then it will be really good. Thank you, it says here. Please could I ask, I find myself always seeking solace with Krishna for a relationship with just Krishna, but so many times I'm told to always to have association with devotees, which is lovely, but I tend to just be in that quiet space with Krishna. Is it okay for me to be in this space? Yes, definitely. If you have immediate liking to be in a quiet space with Krishna is very, very good. And if you continue doing that for some time, you will see how much devotees who are also thinking of Krishna can help you to by their experience, by what they say, to come to this space. You just need to find these devotees who you can call your devotee friends. How do you find a devotee friend? Well, he has three qualities. He's like-minded, he will be able to understand you. He is full of affection, he is not indifferent, and if possible, he can uplift you. A friend can uplift you. In the traditional language, he is more advanced, but we can also speak of someone who can uplift us. Be with friends that are uplifting, who care for you, who are also like-minded. And if these are the intimate circle of friends and others, be kind to everyone. They are part of Krishna. Maharaj, after hearing about glories of the holy name, I feel an inner need to serve the holy name and go deeper in my spiritual practice to meet Krishna. But family responsibilities are also there. How to go on inner retreat with Krishna? I would say, while you do your family responsibilities, while you even do other work, you can always be at a place where you remember Krishna, where you think, this is not separate from Krishna. I'm serving the family because they are also part of Krishna. I'm doing my work so that I have an ability, so that I have an ability and facility to serve Krishna or to live in Krishna consciousness. Just do not separate whatever you do from Krishna, and in this way you're always with Krishna. It's very important. Don't fragment your life and separate it from Krishna. So there are a few more questions here, and I will. The best I can do really is I will read them. I will pray to Krishna that he will reveal the answer by and by in your heart. But most probably I will also address some of the questions in the upcoming sessions. Let me conclude and end here by once again saying, I consider it such honor on one hand, but much more, I can't express it like this. I feel during the sessions a space is created where all of us are invited to think deeper of our relationships. To Krishna. I myself feel that. I'm also a participant of these sessions, a talking participant, but I have the same experience of coming closer to Krishna. I'm saying this because I get so much feedback that devotees say it helps, or participants say it helps them. But I want to say, by sincerely talking about spiritual practice, especially the chanting of the holy name, we all are moving on together into this divine space, and that's wonderful. I will say, see you all Sunday, but half an hour later at 3:30, the Central European time. Thank you for your good association. Have a wonderful day. And now comes, or tomorrow comes, part 2 of the session, your practice, when you sit down on your cushion and you chant. Don't forget, that's the most important part of this in-depth course. Thank you. Hare Krishna.